What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of New Era Prep Nightly here on the Bleacher Brothers Sports Network. I'm your host, Christian Proscia. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great hump day, middle of your guys' week. I didn't have class today, so it was a great day. I'm going to be honest. I love not having school. I don't know about you guys, but school didn't get deferred for all you high school kiddos. Y'all still had it. So that leads into high school football on Friday night. So we're going to talk once again. Y'all know the deal. We're going to talk high school ball from the 772 areas down to the 561 Palm Beach County, into the 954 Broward and Mr. 305 Dade County. But without further ado, let's talk about all the matchups going on this week. Games will be only held on Friday due to the celebration of Rosh Hashanah on Thursday. So tomorrow there is no games. There's only a singular Thursday game that I found on Max Preps. That may be incorrect, but here we are. I'm just going off of Max Preps. Without further ado, y'all know the deal. We're going to break down matchups, predict what's going to happen, and all in all, have a great time on the show today. But let's get things started, shall we, with Palm Beach County, where first matchup, Palm Beach Central versus Palm Beach Gardens. I Gardens was able to secure their first win of the season last week against Seminole Ridge. Central's been red hot as of recently. Both teams, they have some star power on Gardens. Jordan Jackson has been absolutely killing it, especially last week with a 2-3 touchdown performance against Seminole Ridge. Wide receiver Nomo Davis had himself a day with a receiving touchdown and a game-winning interception. Defensively, linebacker Joe Sykes is a dog. Kid had 14 tackles, 5 TFLs against Seminole Ridge. What a day, Joe. Have a day. Continue having a day because this kid's had a great beginning of his sophomore campaign. Moving on to Palm Beach Central, y'all know the deal with them. Quarterback Chance Routson has been hot recently. He's had a hot hand, and his pass catchers have benefited from it. Kamari Williams, Nedrick Bolden, Preston Parker, Mattis Gibson. You know what they're capable of. Defensively, Central's defense has been pretty locked down recently. Really like what I've seen out of them, especially from linebacker slash safety Emmanuel Toussaint, who it seems like every game is coming away with an interception. Toussaint's had a great start to his a great start to his season. And then front seven has been killing it. McCohen's innocent, Brian Hall, Antoine Sharp, they've been applying pressure, getting into the backfield very easily to start the year. Because we're about the midway point of the season, ladies and gentlemen. We're almost in that little midseason madness. District play is starting for a lot of schools. Really starting to get down on who's legit. And who's getting ready to make a playoff push in November, December. But like I said, Palm Beach Central has been looking really good recently. So is Gardens as of last week. Give me Palm Beach Central getting their get back from last year's upset win. Second game I want to talk about is Jupiter Suncoast. Jupiter coming off of a loss to Palm Beach Central. Suncoast also coming off of a loss. I like what Jupiter's been doing. They've been really good to start the year with their one loss in the regular season being last week against Central. Give me the Warriors coming away from this one. As always, their defense has been really good, fortified by elite play from Jaden Jackson, and then just all around solid core. If y'all remember, a couple weeks ago we had Coach Cradman on the show, and he's been really happy with how his team's performed. I've kept up to date with him. He's still a very happy camper. But if you haven't already, make sure you watch that episode and a couple of the other previous episodes. We've had a couple good episodes, usually the ones where I have a guest on, because I know y'all don't want to listen to me yap for 45 minutes. I understand. Jupiter Christian versus Avant-Garde. Jupiter Christian has looked really good coming off of a win this week. They're red hot. I love saying red hot. I'm going to keep saying it, guys. Deal with it. All in all, Jupiter Christian has looked like a very good football team to begin this season. Not really much else to debate. Give me JCS. Dwyer versus Palm Beach Lakes. Give me Dwyer coming into this game. I like Dwyer's personnel, especially on their offensive stars, senior Coden Brown. At quarterback has been having himself a solid beginning of his senior campaign. Silvio Joseph at running back is just a bowling ball. He will run you over pretty much every play. He knows how to break tackles. He knows how to get extra yards. Antoine Perry and Jamarcus Askew at wide receiver have both had very good beginnings of their year as well. So give me Dwyer in that one. Benjamin versus Seminole Ridge. I think this is going to be a very good matchup. I say it every week. Seminole Ridge is better than what their record shares. And Benjamin is another squad that I've said that, but they've been racking up wins left and right recently. Give me Benjamin coming out on top of this game. Pahokee versus Lake Worth. Pahokee's been a team who perennial powerhouse of South Florida high school football. Lake Worth coming off of their first win over Park Vista in an overtime thriller, overtime nail-biter, including a fourth down stand to secure the game in overtime. I really like Pahokee's personnel. I think running back Rayshawn Brown is going to have himself a day against Lake Worth. Westminster Academy versus Glades Day. Like I said, this is the only Thursday game per Max Preps. WA is coming off of a little bit of injury troubles. Glades Day is having a good start to the season. Give me Glades Day defending home turf. Goldman versus Cardinal Newman. Not really much to debate on this one. Cardinal Newman's going to do what they do best, and that's wipe the floor with everybody. I think Jalen Brown's going to have 100, 150 yards rushing, probably 2 touchdowns. Give me a Max Redmond interception. I don't know why you would throw on him, but give me that pick. I can see it happening. Edge rusher Brennan King is having a great start to his senior campaign, just recently named as a Rivals 3-star. Currently uncommitted with 15 Division I offers. College coaches, take notice. This kid is a game wrecker. That kid throws some parties in the backfield. He's TFL sacks out galore. So give me Newman coming out of this game on top. Olympic Heights versus Park Vista. I think Park Vista is going to get back in the win column, get back into playing their on-brand Park Vista football. Also dealing with a couple of injuries coming out of that matchup against Lake Worth. I know a couple of their key starters were getting a little banged up, especially towards later in the game. But I think Vista is going to be able to, despite the short week, really be able to secure this win. We're going to have a fun game. This next game is going to be a really fun one, as Santa Lucius is traveling to Texas to face off against Midland. And yes, that is Midland that was in Friday Night Lights, although not the main team. They played against Midland. So I'm not too familiar with Midland's team, but I'm not betting against Santa. I'm not betting against the Santa boys. I know them all too well to know that they wouldn't schedule this game if Santa was going to travel out to Texas to lose. Give me Santa Lucius. I think another big performance from Jamar Browder, the NC State commit. I could see Izzy Marion having another day. I think I keep saying it. We rock Izzy some more Wildcat options. He was feasting against Somerset a couple weeks ago when they faced off in week one. So give me Santa Lucius coming out of that one. Wellington High versus Garcia. This is a game that I will be at this week. I'm really excited for this game. I think both squads are very talented teams, but give me Garcia coming out of this one. Caleb Butler has been absolutely balling out as of recently. I think that Butler's going to continue to air it out. Butler loves to throw for 1,000,000 yards against Wellington. He did it last year at Palm Beach Central in the Welly Cup. Um, his his connection with wide receiver Zion Vilma has been electric. Their defense has been very good, especially as of recently, holding lots of teams to under 7 points. So give me Garcia coming out of this one. Royal Palm Beach versus Boca High. Both teams are very hot to begin the season. I really like what Royal has been doing. I've talked about the new Royal a bunch of times. We even got Max Greiner on the show. Tune into that episode as well. That was a very good interview. Boca High has been killing it recently. Had a couple upsets, really solidified themselves as one of the true contenders in this area. I'm going to take Boca coming out of this one. Not really a lot else to talk about with this game. Give me Boca High. West Boca versus Western down in Davie. West Boca right now, spoiler alert for when the power rankings come out, West Boca is the number one team in Palm Beach County for this upcoming week. Y'all know about the running back room, how they have four backs with Division One offers, and there is no drop off between Javian Mallory and the rest of the guys in that room. As far as that whole offense is concerned, they have been absolutely lighting it up. Another dominant win over Dwyer last week. Western has had some struggles to begin the year. There is a lot of question marks around Western this year, so give me West Boca by a lot. Atlantic High versus Treasure Coast. This game is going to be very good. Atlantic High is going to do what they do best, and that is air the football out. Lincoln Graff is an absolute sniper. I love watching Lincoln play football because I love watching Lincoln's receivers catch said football. Teddy Hoffman, James Jones, and Kimari Walcott have all had very good starts to the year. Defensively, front seven, led by seniors Sam Bryant and Moise Paul at linebacker, as well as the young guys, especially young defensive tackle Jameer Johnson, having great starts to the year. Treasure Coast has been running that wing tee since the dawn of time. I said it on Robbie's show last night. Long live the wing tee, but not this week. Give me Atlantic High. Teddy Hoffman, 2 touchdown performance. I could see that coming this week. Also, side note, congratulations to Teddy Hoffman for receiving an official offer to Florida Atlantic University. You know what to do, buddy. American Heritage Del Rey taking on Smart End Sports Academy. Heritage has had a very, very good beginning of the season. I've been taking notice, guys. Y'all love to say that I've been sleeping on a couple teams. I've seen you, Heritage. Keep doing what you're doing, and I think that that's going to result in a win this week. And we got a little 7-7-2 versus 5-6-1 matchup. Boca Christian versus St. Edwards. Give me St. Edwards in this game. This one's going to be a tricky one. 5-0 Kings Academy taking on against 0-0 Joshua Christian from Jacksonville, excuse me. Joshua Christian has not played a football game yet. I have no scouting on these guys. I don't even have practice film of these guys. But I'm rocking with my alma mater. Till I die, homecoming week especially. Give me TKA to continue on to 6-0 this week. Forest Hill versus John Carroll in another 7-7-2-5-6-1 matchup. I like John Carroll coming into this game. Inlet Grove versus ABF Academy. Give me Inlet Grove coming off of a loss to TKA. Inlet has looked pretty good this year. So I think that they're going to be running that Wildcat offense, and they're going to win this one. North Broward Prep facing off against St. John Paul. Give me St. John Paul, who's looked very good to start the season. And then our last Palm Beach County matchup is Oxbridge Academy versus True Prep. Not really much scouting on True Prep either, but Oxbridge has looked pretty good to start the year, so give me Oxbridge. As far as bye weeks are concerned, Glade Central, Boynton High, Somerset Canyons, John I. Leonard, Spanish River, St. Andrews, and Berean Christian. I hope you guys enjoy your bye week. Excuse me. Taking things up to the 7-7-2, Vero Beach hosting Booker T. Washington. I think this is going to be a very good game. Hoping that my good friend Mike Fabian, y'all know him, y'all love him. Hoping Mike's going to be at that game because that's going to be a very good game. However, I've got Booker T coming out of this game. Treasure Coast Atlantic, like I said, give me ATL. Fort Pierce Westwood versus Moorhaven. I like Westwood getting back on track with this game. Forest Hill versus John Carroll, already said John Carroll. Boca Christian versus St. Edwards, already said St. Edwards. Sebastian River versus Astronaut, give me Astronaut. And then Martin County versus Palm Bay, give me Martin County taking this one. Bye weeks in the 7-7-2 include Jensen Beach and Fort Pierce Central. Going down south now, we got St. Thomas Aquinas taking on Hollywood Hills. This is a no-brainer. Give me St. Thomas, who's easily looked like the best team in Broward to begin the season. Miami Central versus the West, a rivalry that runs deep. Both sides of the city hate each other. Give me Central coming out of this one. There's been a little bit of shakeups around Central recently. We're going to talk about that in a few minutes. Stay tuned for that. But I like Central. I like the Rock Boys and what they've been doing. I really like what the West has been doing. This is not a knock on the West, but give me Central. Chaminade Madonna versus Monarch. I think Chaminade has been the second best team in Broward to begin the season, especially recently. Give me the Nod Boys. Miami Norland versus Cocoa. This is going to, in my opinion, be the best game in the state. Give me Cocoa because this game's literally going to be a nail biter, but give me Cocoa. Miami Southridge versus Miami Edison. I like Southridge coming out of this one on top. Going to be just a handle business game. Blanche Ely versus Plantation. Give me Blanche Ely. Palmetto versus South Dade. Give me Palmetto. Piper versus Boyd Anderson. Piper's been a team that's jumped onto the scene recently. They've looked very good to begin the start of the season. I think they're going to have another great week. Give me Piper. Monsignor Pace versus Calvary Christian. Give me Pace. Coconut Creek versus Deerfield Beach. I think this is a game that's going to come down to the wire as well. Give me Creek. Cypress Bay versus Flanagan. Give me Cypress. And Miami Carroll City versus South Miami. I'm going to say give me Carroll City. Those, and then finally with the big bye weeks, biggest notable teams on bye include American Heritage Plantation and Archbishop McCarthy. There we have it, everybody. That is the South Florida high school football updates and predictions. What you guys can expect to see this week as far as coverage, but we are going to take a little DJ break. I'm gonna get on the turntables. We're gonna take a little break. When we come back, we're going to talk college commitments and another midseason transfer. Stay tuned for more. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to New Era Prep Nightly here on the Bleacher Brothers Sports Network. I'm your host, Christian Proscia. It is officially a great day, ladies and gentlemen. For the first time since 2016, the Houston Astros have been eliminated and will not advance to the ALCS. God is good, everybody. Cheaters get cheated. Love to see it. Toby, if you're watching, yes, I do watch baseball, and by that I mean I just saw it on my Twitter feed. So, yeah. But we've got some big local commitment recruiting news as Spanish River wide receiver Blake Wallace announces his verbal commitment to Jacksonville State University. Blake Wallace, 6'2 wide receiver, 3-star wide receiver, held offers from multiple programs, but his top five whittled down to Akron University, Eastern Carolina, Coastal Carolina, Liberty, and Jacksonville State. Wallace is a cock. In the immortal words of Pat McAfee, he's going to Cocktown, everybody. What is Jacksonville State getting out of Blake Wallace, you may ask? First off, 6'2", 185 wide receiver. Like I said, 3-star recruit. Kid has been on an absolute tear in the first couple games of the season. 33 catches, 605 views, and 9 scores to begin the season. And he hasn't played the ending of the majority of games due to Spanish River being one of the top teams in our area. He's consistently getting pulled middle of the second half. Blake Wallace is a perennial 1,000-yard receiver over the past or hopefully this season would be his third consecutive season of 1,000-yard production for Blake Wallace. He's been getting it done, especially his sophomore year when Spanish River went 1-9 and really didn't have elite quarterback play. Flash forward to last year, him and quarterback AJ Triolo absolutely dominated the county. One of the better QB to receiver duos in our area. Led Spanish River to a big turnaround year, and then quarterback Champ Smith has been absolutely electric with Wallace as well to begin this season. Like I said, Blake Wallace is an elite football player. He's an even better player, or he's an even better person off the field. Jacksonville State, what you are getting is you are getting a first guy in, last guy out type player. He cares about community service. He will be active in the community. He's very smart kid. So academics will not be a concern for Blake. And all around, you're getting a funny dude. Like, that dude's going to carry your locker room personnel. Also, I don't think the graphic does it justice, but right now that's the best hair of anybody that's on your screen right now. Blake Wallace is the only person that I will agree with you when you say, hey, Christian, somebody has better hair than you. Yep, Blake Wallace does. Head and Shoulders, get that NIL deal ready. We've been waiting on that. But I do want to give a special congratulations to Blake. Congrats, buddy. You've absolutely earned this. Being such an elite player, he's able to dominate at both receiver and safety, as well as being a very good kick and punt returner. So for a guy that's 6'2", he can move. So there's a lot of plug and play options with Blake. Jump ball ability, it's there. I'm still waiting to find a couple. I can't name 5 receivers with a better vertical threat ability than Blake Wallace. But like I did just say, congratulations, Blake, on your commitment. We are all extremely proud of you. Wish you nothing but the best. Kicking things over to the transfer portal now. Big transfer news came out of the 305-954 yesterday afternoon when Miami Central 3-star quarterback Beckham Kritza, who is a Penn State commit QB, announced his intention to transfer to Chaminade Madonna for the remainder of his senior season. Beckham Kritza, 6'5" quarterback. First off, one of the tallest people I've stood next to, because guess what? When you put that kid in cleats and you put pads on him, he looks 6'8". Um, but yeah, Beckham Kreitza going from one national powerhouse to another. Big get for the Nod boys. Very interested to see what that offense is going to look like now. Unfortunately, the annual meeting of Central and Chaminade will not be held this year. Boo this man. Boo the scheduling gods. I don't know why this game is not happening, but it did not end up getting put on the docket for this year. Kritza, like I said, is a 6'5" guy, so obviously he's got a very high release point on the ball, which that mixed with his cannon of an arm can only mean one thing, and that usually ends in 6 points. Really liked watching him play at Miami Central. His connection with Nashawn Montgomery was very good. Very interested to see how both offenses are going to look following this midseason transfer. But Chaminade's offense just got even better. Getting a college quarterback under center, being able to have the weapons that they've got out there, like Denarius Gray, J Rob, and then Trig Lewis at running back. This is a very good very good running or very good offense. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. And then add on to 5-star athlete Derek Cooper, who he can dominate on both sides of the field. Chaminade's offense is electric now. I'm very interested to see what Chaminade is going to do the remainder of the season because they do have a lighter remaining of the schedule. They've got Monarch on the docket this week. I doubt Kreitza will play this week. I think they're going to still let him learn the offense. If they do let him play, it'll maybe just kick the rust off, do some very vanilla formations. But with Kreitza's obvious passing ability, it also opens up his avenue of being an electric runner. You wouldn't expect a 6'5", easily 215 quarterback to be able to move in high school the way that he does. He is very good pocket presence, and he knows when to make a play with his feet. So, like I said, that was some big news coming out of down south to really begin the week because that went live pretty much last night, and I was like, whoa, okay, midseason transfer portals getting a little crazy, both in college and high school sports. I am once again not giving my take on it because it is not my place to say that somebody should or should not transfer midseason. Y'all can have your own opinions. You are entitled to your own opinion. I'm entitled to mine, but I'm choosing not to voice it because at the end of the day, I'm just here to support the kids, and I want to make sure that everybody is straight and sound and having a great time. But we are winding down with my content for today. It was supposed to be a little bit lighter of an episode. Sorry, guys. I've got a midterm tomorrow. Kind of gotta keep studying for that. Please bear with me. But as far as coverage goes for this week, once again, all games are being played on Friday evening. Um, so Christian, will be at Garcia versus Wellington High alongside Mr. Jack Bartlett, J Bart Designs. Shot by Dan will be at Atlantic versus Treasure Coast. Miss Riley Moore and Mr. Ryan Smith will be at Benjamin versus Seminole Ridge. And then we have yet to finalize what our New Era Prep game of the week will be. Stay tuned for that. As far as other games, we're still finalizing where we want to send our squad, but stay tuned for more. Those are the 3 games that I know we're definitely going to be at. But as always, make sure you are following for all high school football related content at Era Prep on Twitter, at New Era Prep on Instagram. Make sure you're following Bleacher Brothers at Bleacher Brothers at Bleacher Brother on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and then drop a follow on my socials if y'all want. That one's recommended, not demanded. But at CP Photo 2000 at CP underscore photo 2004 on Twitter, at Christian Personal Photography on Instagram. Once again, for those that kind of just tuned in, I saw a couple new viewers hopped on the stream. Beginning of the episode, we talked all things high school football in our area, predictions, and what to expect for Friday's games. Coming out of our little break, we talked some recruiting news. Blake Wallace committing to Jacksonville State, and some high school transfer portal. But I do want to thank everybody for your time. Thank you for tuning in once again. Always love being able to do this and have a platform to support the kids. Thank you as always for tuning in. For Bleacher Brothers and New Era Prep, I'm Christian Proscia. Have a great night, everybody.